Okay, hello. Today I will be talking with you about the film Little Caesar, which is a film that came out in 1931. It's a film about this guy who grows up in the gutter and then works his way up to the top of the mafia. In this film, you see it's a classic rise and fall story of this guy named Rico, and it's really a must see if you're into gangster films.
I want you to meet a new guy what's going to be with us. This is,
Caesar Enrico Vandello.
Oh, Little Caesar, huh?
Yeah, sure.
What I personally found very interesting about this film is the use of silence to create suspense. In this film, there are barely any sound effects used at all, nor music, so all of the suspense is created with just the power of silence and the people on screen talking.
What'll it be, gents? Spaghetti and coffee for two. All right, sir.
Screw, Mug.
You ain't giving me orders.
You're a fresh guy, huh? Take it easy, Rico. You go out there and wait for me.
Check with me, boss.
The dialogues, for that matter, are very, very well written. They're amazing. I'm usually not so much of a fan of films which are mostly talking, but in this film it just feels natural all the time, which I usually miss when a film is mostly just people talking.
You run things this end of town? About this here Club Palermo, how it's your front? I got told enough.
I guess you're good with a rod, too, huh?
Yeah, quick with it, that's what I am, and sure.
Well, I don't go around here.
Most of the camera work isn't really that exciting, but there are some shots within this film which just are really, really good. There's nothing more to say about it. It's pretty experimental sometimes. There are pretty weird shots, but because it's in between these long standing still shots of just people talking, they just really stand out. It's funny to see how much influence this film and films like this have had on more modern films like The Godfather. It's funny to see the way they act and the way they talk and the way they dress has been quite the same for about 80 years. I always think of it as quite strange when you realize how much these kinds of gangster films actually influence the way we look at these criminals. At the time this film was released, Bonnie and Clyde were very, very active, obviously, and they were praised as superheroes by the newspapers, and I think films like this made it for people to think of these gangsters as people who are actually living the American dream. The story, on the other hand, is not that special. It's actually quite predictable, but due to very, very well written dialogue, it keeps you interested in some way, which I guess might be the reason that this is such a famous film and so important in the gangster film history. I would definitely recommend this film to anyone, and I would like to give this film a score of 7 out of 10.